Hey everyone, it's Rachel here from my Denture Adventures. So today I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about having patience with yourself with dentures. So I started to think about the other day, things were just feeling hard and tough, and my immediate response was when I get home to get these out. They were rubbing, and honestly, I wasn't pushing through the pain. I was just kind of chickening out, and I take them out. And I don't know what made me think of this, but I started thinking about how these are almost like a prosthetic for your mouth. Like your teeth are gone, you can't get those back, and so you have to adjust and get used to this new normal. I remember it's not the same exact thing, but I remember my grandfather, due to diabetes, had to have an amputation to the bottom half of his leg, and he had again a prosthetic, and he hated it. It rubbed, he didn't like it, so he just didn't wear it. And I remember his doctors and even my aunt and stuff getting on him like, hey, you've got to push through that pain. You've got to push through those sores because you will get to the other side. Things will toughen up and you can do this. But he just wasn't willing to push past that. And I watched him start to shrink back more and more, where he didn't want to go out, and he didn't want to deal with that. And so I don't know, for me, it just kind of was something that was like a check for me to say, okay, this is my new normal. I am in a spot where, mine don't fit like a glove yet. My dentist has me come back. Like my first appointment was in 2 weeks. Right after my next appointment was a month out from the first appointment. So, I won't see him till, end of January. And so I'm trying to play around with the adhesives and different things you guys recommended yesterday, which was so amazing. Today I played around with adhesive and a wafer and already seen better results. But I do want to try some of the other things that you guys recommended. But I just want to encourage you, you know what? And I'm talking to myself too. Sometimes we have to do hard things. I remember reading a book one time that said, do hard things. And that's something that keeps coming back to my mind over and over and over again over these last 4 weeks of do hard things. You can do hard things. You can do it. And I feel like, so many of you, we've built this great little community where we cheer with each other on and encourage each other. And so I just want to encourage you, you can do it. Don't give up. Don't be like I've been doing, where you just take it out and say, well, at home, who cares? Push beyond it. You can do it. It might be a little bit painful until those gums toughen up, until some of those sores go away. But even with speech, I got really frustrated the other day. How am I supposed to talk in front of people? And how am I supposed to, I can't communicate the way that I was communicating. And just had this moment, and then I'm like, no, I can do hard things. And here's the thing, I'm not practicing. I'm not taking a book and reading it out loud every day to force myself to practice speech. I'm not practicing with food with them in. I'm just taking them out at home. And so this is a motivational speech to myself, that I can do hard things. But I thought, you know what? There might be other people out there struggling, especially around the holidays, when you're like, man, I have to figure out parties and meals and seeing people and eating and all these things. How do I do that with basically a brand new prosthetic in my mouth? Because this basically is a prosthetic, just for your mouth and for your teeth. But I want to encourage you that you can do hard things. You've got this. We're going to get to the other side, all of us together that are on this journey that had it done around the same time. And it will get easier. But I remembered that story from my grandpa, and I was like, you know what? I'm taking the easy road out right now. I'm copping out because it's easier just to have them out. Now, obviously at night I take them out to sleep because it gives my gums a rest. But during the day, like, I need to start pushing myself a little bit. I need to start doing hard things. And so, I don't know. It was something that I've really been like thinking about over the last 3-4 days, like really just thinking about in depth. And I thought, you know what, maybe someone else needs to hear this as much as I've needed to think about it and really dwell on it and really think about it. So hopefully that helps you. As always, remember to click, subscribe, share, and so that we can get this to more people. I've been able to really, not just me, you guys, through subscribing and through sharing, we've been able to help so many people on this journey. And it's a really hard journey. And they don't tell you that up front. They really don't. The dentist doesn't. Probably so they don't scare you. But know that you have a community of people cheering you on that know that you're going to get to the other side and it's going to be okay. And hope you guys are having a wonderful time preparing for the holidays. I know it's stressful and it's tough with just getting this done if you did. If you're thinking about it, listen, I wouldn't change my mind with what I did. I really wouldn't, because I had teeth that they were still infected. The infection could have went to my blood. It was that close. And so I don't regret that for a single second. I don't want infection in my blood. I don't want something awful to happen. But it is a learning curve to get used to these, because it's like any other prosthetic. It takes time to get used to it. So have grace on yourself. It will be okay. But do push yourself a little bit beyond your comfort level, because that's what ultimately gets you to the other side, I think, with this process. Push yourself to talk and to read a book daily. Push yourself to try new adhesives or products if things aren't working. Push yourself to eat with them in. Push yourself to wear them, even if you're home. Try to wear them daily just to get used to them. But I hope that helps you all, and I will talk to you later.